Everybody, Chevy Nobody Else's Auto. We got several things we're going to check out tonight. Some older stuff, some newer stuff, kind of both ends of the spectrum actually of what I do here at Nobody Else's Auto. So we'll start off with a couple of these old ones. Now, if you remember, you may have seen the video where I found this old Ford and this old Chevy truck clear out on the prairie in western Kansas, along with the 57 Buick Roadmaster, 36 Chrysler, and a 1960 Chevy Parkwood wagon. The video's already done on those, plus we had a video where I showed you exactly where we found these things clear out on the western Kansas prairie. So these two are kind of the roughest ones. They were the last couple I brought in, but I still wanted to share them with you. We'll start off with this little 37 Ford two-door sedan slantback. Like I said, there wasn't a heck of a lot left of this car when I found it. Actually, even less left of it now from when I showed you the video when I found this out on the prairie, because I did sell what was left of the front clip, the fenders, the inner fenders, all that structure. Had a guy come through and needed all that stuff, so it's on the road, way down the road for his project. But we'll go ahead and show you what's left of this car, which isn't much. But the slantback's kind of tough to find. You don't see them very often. If we look back here, we can see how the trunk lid literally just went straight down in kind of a slant. It didn't have a bump out or anything like a lot of these did. Like I said, this thing sat out on the western Kansas prairie for a long time. And I don't know for sure how long it had been there, but it had been used and abused, and had a lot of pieces robbed off of it before I got it. And then, like I said, had a guy come through that needed some stuff, including the dash, so it's on the way down the road with his project. But still wanted to share it with you. Wanted everybody to let everybody know it is here. You never know what somebody may or may not need off of one of these old cars, even if you need a piece of structure, a bracket, something like that. Always want to make sure you guys know that they are here and what I've got in inventory. Moving on up to the Chevy truck. Actually, there's the other door off the Ford. It was laying out there as well, but it's pretty rough too. But we'll move on up here to this 1937-38 era Chevy truck. This was a bigger truck, like 1.5 tons. There was no front clip on this at all when I found it. Just basically what you see, the cab and the doors. The left door is there, but it's kind of rough. But inside, the dash is still there. The glove box door, the windshield crank out's still there. So still lots of little bits and pieces on this old Chevy truck that I know people are going to need for their projects to finish fixing theirs up. Another hard to find piece on this thing, it still has the back window frame in it. These kind of a pot metal, real soft metal back window frame in good shape. So like I said, even though these are kind of rough, lots of little bits and pieces, and that stuff's still important. When you're trying to finish up a project, those little pieces are definitely important. So now, like I said, we're going to kind of cover both ends of the spectrum of what I kind of try to watch for. Obviously, this is old, super cool collector hot rod type stuff. What's coming up? What's different? Well, 80s, 90s type stuff. That's kind of what I'm looking for on some of this stuff, just because I'm going to need to have it at some point. And that's where we're going to move over this way to some of the newer stuff, including like this Ford Taurus. Now you say, why would you save that Taurus? Well, this is like a 91 Taurus. And what a lot of guys don't think about is this is back when they made the SHO Taurus. So is this car that exciting? No, not really. However, down the road, these guys with the SHOs, they're gonna need bits and pieces. The SHO was a really cool car in its day, and they still have a loyal following. And back in the late 80s, early 90s, you couldn't get a lot of performance stuff. So an SHO Taurus was a pretty cool car. So this car here, even though it's not that exciting, it is a Ford Taurus, but I haven't seen any in a long time. Most of them have all gone to the shredder. I got this on a big load of cars that I bought, and it came on a bulk deal. So I was like, well, I'm going to go ahead and bring it in. We'll put it in the row and save it, because you never know when that guy with an SHO is going to need a mirror or a door or a bit or a piece off of it. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in the row, and we'll keep it in inventory, because someday somebody's going to need something off of it. Moving up past the Taurus, also in the early 90s, 90, 91, 92 era, Chevy Pickup. We're already starting to see these get more and more popular in the collector car world. Now this one is a basic half-ton WT work truck. Nothing too exciting about it. Regular cab, long bed, two-wheel drive. The good thing about it, there again, it's an intact pickup. There's all kinds of little knick-knack bits and pieces that people are gonna need for their projects. So there again, a lot of these didn't get saved. This is nothing exciting, being a basic half-ton two-wheel drive, but it's intact. So that's why, I mean, I'm trying to think ahead. What might somebody need? Are people going to fix up SHO Tauruses? I think they could. If they don't, then I can smash it eventually. But for the time being, I'm going to keep this stuff around, because we do have a younger generation coming into this hobby, and we need to recognize that. And this stuff from the early 90s are old vehicles to them. You know, the 20-year-old kid today was born in 2002, so this type of stuff is old to them. And I think we need to recognize that and be cognizant of that to ensure a long, healthy hobby in the old car world. Even though it's a little different than what a lot of people may consider the old car world, this type of stuff is going to be part of it. So that's why I'm trying to think ahead. So the 30 stuff, everybody would say, yeah, that's a no-brainer. You're going to keep that in stock. So people are going to need parts off those. I feel the same way about this early 90s stuff. Is it as popular today as the 30 stuff? No. But if I don't save some of it now, there's not going to be any of it left later. So anyway, there's my philosophy. Whether I'm wrong or right, who knows? That remains to be seen. But since they're all kind of sitting here, I thought we'd kind of work them all into one video to show to compare and contrast the two different ends of the spectrum, so to speak, of what I do here at Nobody Else's Auto. So if you have any questions about any of the stuff, whether it's the 30 stuff or the 90 stuff, just give me a call, 620-786-4428. That number's in the text part of this video on the page. Give me a call, having that short conversation about your project, year, make, model, body style. All that information is what I need to know if I may have something else, something here I can help you out with, or if you're looking for a specific project. That's the type of information I need. So anyway, if you like this stuff, you like old cars, you like old trucks, be sure to check out the channel, Nobody Show. Click that subscribe button and definitely click that notification button so you know when we go live. We do a lot of cool live stuff on here you won't want to miss. So you can check this stuff out, even like the old Fairlane station wagon. All that stuff is on the channel. Be sure to check them out. Check out those other videos and see what you think. Got any questions, give me a shout. Hope you enjoyed this one, the two different ends of the spectrum, so to speak. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon on the next video.